So, good evening, student. I am Professor Amol Pardi from Saint Vincent Pallotti College of Engineering, Nagpur. I am teaching the subject electromagnetic field, that is EMF. Actually, most of the topic I have covered in the class. So, unit number 1, unit number 2, and unit number 3 I have completed in the class. However, 50% of unit number 4, that is uniform plane wave, I have covered in the class. Now, due to lockdown, the remaining topic I am going to teach in the video format. So I am going to upload this video on the YouTube, and then student can see those video and prepare their further subject at their home only. So therefore, the unit number 4 is uniform plane wave. Uniform plane wave. Now the basic of this uniform plane wave is the Maxwell equation. So I am recalling here the the Maxwell's equation. The Maxwell's equation in point form. For time varying field. For time varying field are given by curl of H vector equal to J vector plus del D vector divided by del T. This is equation number 1. Then curl cross E vector equal to minus del B vector divided by del T. This is equation number 2. Then curl dot D vector equal to rho V. This is equation number 3. And curl dot B vector equal to 0. This is equation number 4. So with these 4 equations, we require to solve the problems on this unit. So there are some relations again, that is D vector is equal to epsilon into E vector, then J vector equal to sigma E vector, and B vector equal to mu into H vector, right? So after that, I have completed the derivations for the different wave equations in the class. So the first derivation I have completed in the class is wave equation in general conducting medium. Wave equation in general conducting medium. So there are two kinds of wave equation in general conducting medium. The first equation is curl square Hs equal to j omega mu sigma plus j omega epsilon into Hs. So since into Hs, this equation is called as wave equation in general conducting medium or magnetic field intensity. General conducting medium for magnetic field intensity. And the another equation is the wave equation in general conducting medium for electric field intensity, that is curl square ES equal to j omega mu sigma plus j omega epsilon into Es. So this equation we can say as a wave equation for electric field intensity for general conducting medium. Now the next equation is next derivation I have covered in the class, that is wave equation in a perfect dielectric medium. So wave equation in a perfect dielectric medium, or we can call it as a free space. So the first equation is curl square Hs equal to minus omega square mu 0 epsilon 0 Hs. This equation is for magnetic field intensity in perfect dielectric medium. Magnetic field intensity for perfect dielectric medium. And the another equation is that is for electric field intensity. So curl square Es equal to minus of omega square mu 0 epsilon 0 into Es. So this equation we can say it is for electric field intensity in perfect dielectric medium. Note that this Hs indicate the magnetic field intensity and Es indicate the electric field intensity. Now the next equation is next derivation we have covered in the class, that is solution of wave equation in general conducting medium. So for this the equation is E of z comma t equal to Ey0 e raised to power minus alpha z into cos of omega t minus beta z. So this equation is called as solution of wave equation in general conducting medium. Now after that we have covered in the class general expression of alpha and beta. General expression of alpha and beta. We know that alpha it is nothing but the attenuation constant, and beta it is nothing but the phase constant. So before the general expression of alpha and beta, we should remind that the equation of gamma is under root of j omega mu into sigma plus j omega epsilon, and the general equation for gamma is alpha plus j into beta, where alpha is the real component and beta is the imaginary component, whereas this gamma it is nothing but it is the propagation constant. So the equation for alpha is alpha equal to omega under root of mu epsilon by 2 in bracket again under root of 1 plus sigma square omega square epsilon square minus 1 bracket close, whereas the unit of alpha is Neffer per meter. This is the general expression for alpha. Alpha it is nothing but the attenuation constant. Similarly, the general expression for beta is beta equal to omega under root of mu epsilon by 2 in bracket again under root of 1 plus sigma square omega square epsilon square plus 1 bracket close, and the unit of beta, that is phase constant, is radian per meter. So these terms we require to solve the further problems of this unit. Now we have also seen in the class, that is wavelength. The general wavelength, the general formula to calculate the wavelength that is denoted by lambda is lambda is equal to 2 pi by beta meter. So we have already calculated the equation for beta. So therefore lambda equal to 2 pi divided by beta is omega under root of mu epsilon by 2 in bracket under root of 1 plus sigma square omega square epsilon square plus 1. Wavelength, the unit of wavelength is meter. So this is the equation for wavelength of propagation of wave. Similarly, we have also seen the equation for velocity. Now, the equation for velocity is, we know that velocity is denoted by v, and the velocity of propagation is defined as the product of wavelength and frequency. This is the basic equation, product of wavelength and frequency. So v is equal to that is lambda is twice pi divided by beta into this f. So the formula for wave equation of velocity is 1 upon under root of mu epsilon by 2 in bracket again under root of 1 plus sigma divided by omega epsilon whole square plus 1. So this is the formula to calculate the velocity of wave equation. Now we have also covered in the class, that is relation between magnitude of electric and magnetic field. So relation between magnitude of electric and magnetic field. So the relation of electric and magnetic field is E equal to under root of j omega mu divided by sigma plus j omega epsilon into h, where the term that is j omega mu divided by sigma plus j omega epsilon, which is equal to E by h. We know that the unit of electric field intensity is V by m, whereas the unit of magnetic field intensity is A by m. So m get cancelled. So it is nothing but voltage per ampere, which is always in ohm. Is a constant and unit of impedance is ohm. Therefore, this term j omega mu under root of j omega mu divided by sigma plus j omega epsilon is called as the characteristics impedance. Characteristics impedance. Sometimes it is also called as intrinsic impedance, and the intrinsic impedance is denoted by n, and therefore the value of intrinsic impedance is eta equal to under root of j omega mu divided by sigma plus j omega epsilon. So we can write here E equal to eta into h. This is the relation of intrinsic impedance with electric and magnetic field. But in formally, we will have to use somewhere the relation of intrinsic impedance, that is eta equal to under root of mu divided by epsilon multiplied by 1 upon under root of 1 minus j sigma divided by omega epsilon. Now after put sigma equal to 0 for free space. So the equation of intrinsic impedance is, that is eta equal to under root of mu divided by epsilon in ohm. So this is the final formula to calculate the intrinsic impedance. Now these are the derivations we have understood in the class, and I have just reminding here what are the basic formulas used. Now we have also seen in the class that wave propagation equation in free space or perfect dielectric medium. Now for free space, we know that sigma equal to 0. If sigma equal to 0, the value of alpha, that is nothing but attenuation constant, is 0. And the value of phase constant beta will be omega under root of mu epsilon. Now for free space, put mu equal to mu 0 and epsilon equal to epsilon 0. So therefore the relation of phase constant is omega under root of mu 0 epsilon 0. Then what will be the changes in the equation of lambda? The changes in the equation of lambda is, here lambda is nothing but the wavelength. So lambda equal to, we know that 2 pi divided by beta, right? So by putting the value of beta, and in the beta we need to put sigma equal to 0, so we will get lambda equal to 1 upon f under root of mu epsilon. So lambda is equal to 1 upon f under root of mu is mu 0 and epsilon is epsilon 0 for free space. So this will be the equation for lambda, which is getting converted into the free space. Similarly, the equation of velocity is v is equal to 1 upon under root of mu epsilon. So again v equal to 1 upon under root of mu 0 epsilon 0 for free space. So by putting the value of under root of mu 0 and epsilon 0, we are getting mu 0 is constant value 4 pi into 10 raised to power minus 7 multiplied by epsilon 0 value is 8.854 into 10 raised to power minus 12. So the velocity of constant is 3 into 10 raised to power 8 meter per second, which is the velocity of light. Now the last formula we need to see, that is intrinsic impedance for free space. The intrinsic impedance for free space, the relation is eta equal to under root of mu epsilon, which we have already seen. So again putting the value of mu is mu 0 and epsilon is epsilon 0 for free space. So eta will be equal to under root of, the value of mu 0 is 4 pi into 10 raised to power minus 7 divided by epsilon 0 value is 8.854 into 10 raised to power minus 12. So therefore the value of eta is 377 ohm. So this is the constant value of intrinsic impedance eta. And we have also seen the solution of wave equation in perfect dielectric medium, which is EYS equal to EY0 e raised to power minus gamma into z, that is for real component, and EY is equal to EY0 e raised to power minus j beta z, that is for imaginary component. So and this all the relations which is for the free space only. Now the wave equation or wave propagation in perfect conducting medium, we have to see some relations related to the perfect conducting medium. So here I am writing we have equation in perfect conducting medium. So every time we have to put the value of sigma equal to infinity for perfect conducting medium. So after putting the value of sigma equal to infinity, the value of attenuation constant alpha is infinity, which is in Nepher per meter. Similarly, the value of beta will be a again infinity, that is in radian per meter, and the value of propagation constant gamma will be again the same, that is infinity, and the value of lambda, that is wavelength, is 2 pi by beta. As beta is already infinity, so lambda will be 1 by infinity, that is 0 in meter. 0 in meter. The relation of velocity is again getting changed. So v equal to here 1 upon under root of mu epsilon divided by 2. Again under root of 1 plus sigma square divided by omega square epsilon square plus 1. So by putting sigma equal to infinity again here, so we are getting v equal to infinity by putting 0. So v will be equal to 0 in meter per second. And the last equation for perfect conducting medium is eta. Eta will be equal to under root of mu divided by epsilon. So after putting the value of eta sigma equal to infinity, so that is nothing but mu upon epsilon dot 1 upon under root of 1 minus j sigma divided by omega epsilon. Put again sigma equal to infinity, we will get intrinsic impedance eta will be 0 ohm for perfect conducting medium. So this all the relations we have seen in the class. I have just taken the revision to continue with the further topic of this unit number 4. Now coming to the problem based on this unit, which we have not covered in the class. Now the problem number first. The electric field amplitude of a uniform plane wave. Problem number 1. The electric field amplitude of a uniform plane wave propagating in AZ direction. In AZ direction is 250 volt per meter. If E vector equal to Ex into Ax and omega equal to 1 mega radian per second, find number 1 frequency, number 2 wavelength, and number 3 time, and number 4 the amplitude of H vector. So this is the problem. Now we will see the solution of this.